Are you back in? I just restarted. You just press the button and go. I can't figure it out. Don't have a clue. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Okay, got it now. Sorry guys, give me a second. Don't know what happened. Yay! Okay, you're gonna have to go up there, turn it down. I'm gonna give it just a few minutes for people to come back in. So I'm excited about trying to show you tonight a few things about glittering 101. I am not an expert. I have been glittering for about 3 years and started glittering purses with that crew that shall not be named tonight. And I found my niche. I really like glittering. It's calming for me. Others will go, oh my God, and run away. So hopefully we'll have some more people on. My husband Les, who is a Calliope, is my assistant tonight. So he will monitor questions and help me out if I need to hand things over, etc. And hopefully the thunderstorms won't roll through. We already heard a crack of thunder here uptown in New Orleans. And hopefully that won't drown out me in the garage here. So I'm in my garage. That is my glitter space. So as we're waiting just a few more minutes, one thing if you're going to start to glitter is find your space in your house, your apartment, your condo, wherever that is. I'm fortunate I have a garage. Les kicked me out of the dining room because it got too messy. So I am in the garage unless it's August and really sweaty out here. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to prepare your area because I know not everyone is fortunate enough to have a garage. So I am going to get started. For those who come in later, they can come back. So first thing I'm going to start with is just talk about the kinds of glitter. So for another teaching session I did, I glittered, it's an old purse, but hopefully you can see it. And I'm going to talk about this glitter here. Can you see it, huh? This is called a really chunky glitter, and it's big chunks. Okay, so we have chunky glitter and you have fine glitter. The second color, which is blue, is also a chunky glitter, covers well. And the third one I want to talk about, it looks green, doesn't it? It's actually not green. It's an orange glitter. That I put on the purse. My first purse I ever did, my first glitter project. I wanted to make a Halloween purse and I put orange glitter on a black purse, not knowing the different types of glitter. And it was green. Well, I thought, well, I'll put another coat on, it'll look orange. Nope, it stayed green. The next color, orange, is actually the orange it's supposed to be, but after I put a coat of acrylic paint on underneath. So you'll see myself, Tanya, and Jen talk about preparing your tambourines or whatever you're glittering. The same thing with this one. This is actually a pink glitter, which is here. And this is only one coat underneath, over top an acrylic paint. And then I did the back side of the purse just for show and tell where here's the acrylic paint and here is the pink. So I like acrylic paint if I have to prepare something because it dries in about 20 minutes and it's not messy, and the bottles are usually less than $1. So hopefully that is helpful. So you really need to know what type of glitter you're getting. The chunkier the glitter, and here's one also, this is from Plush Appeal, and I've used this on, I'm also in Ala, I've used this on some Ala lamps, it looks fantastic. However, you're gonna need more of it to cover your surface. And hopefully you'll be able to see this. I'll try and turn it down. Can you see? There we go. Not sure if you can see that, but this is a really nice glitter from Nola Craft Culture. You can see how sparkly it is. This would be what they call a translucent glitter, and you would need to prepare your tambourine. So white's a good color for anything, but if you're doing pink or orange, test it out. Not all glitters are opaque, and not all are translucent. Sometimes it's just a kind of go as you go and try it out on a little spot and see what happens. Okay, so can you get your glitters? In the New Orleans area, there's a bunch of places. Plush Appeal has them. They will also ship for those who are out of town. Gary's has a pretty good selection. That's over by one of the malls. I'm not sure if he ships. Nola Craft Culture has really nice glitters. They're a little on the expensive side. So this bottle's about $5. This bottle's $8. So it depends on what you're looking for and your price point. You can get glitter at Michael's and other Hobby Lobby. You just have to look around for them. Okay, so we need to adhere the glitter to our tambourine. Well, you need some glue. Elmer's is not it. So most people either use Mod Podge or Eileen's tacky glue or a combination. So I'm just showing those to you. So if you've never glittered before, you know what you're looking for. This bottle happens to be the matte. I have a gallon jug of glossy, same thing with the tacky glue. I use a lot of glue, and it's cost effective for me. Okay. One of the things that everybody says is, oh my God, I don't want to glitter. There's going to be glitter everywhere as well. You can contain it. It won't be zero, but you can contain it. So I'm going to tell you how to prep your table area. So I'm on a fold-up table. You can do it in your dining room or your kitchen. I tend to put a plastic tablecloth down, one from the dollar store. I cut it in half for this space. I'd lay newspaper on top of it, and that's my workspace. Why do I like that? Because at the end of the day, I can just take that plastic tablecloth and fold it all up, and not go like this, because then the glitter will go all over, but fold it up and then throw it away, and you can contain it. What are some other things you need? You need a lint roller. Why? So on your surfaces, you can roll it on there to pick up excess glitter. But what I find it very useful for is to get the glitter off of me. And you'll see me using this all night long. The other thing I have handy, I have it here because at the end of the night I'll be using it. I have a handheld vac. And sometimes if I've got glitter all over me, I vacuum myself, as well as the table, as well as I'll get the vacuum cleaner and actually clean the garage or the rug up in our dining room. So hopefully that's helpful. I want to touch a little on brushes. So I have a bunch of brushes. These are from Michael's. I've been using these for about 2 years. They're about on its last legs, so they're going to disappear soon, but there's a bunch of different sizes depending on what areas you want, or this is what you're going to use to apply the glue. So these are paint brushes. You don't want a big paintbrush from from Home Depot. You want to go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and get actual really nice paint brushes. If you've noticed, I've got them in a Mardi Gras cup. It is sitting in water, so I always have them in water to keep the glue off, not dry out, etc. So, and you'll see me washing them in between different colors of glitter. Okay, so this sounds like a lot, but you need to set yourself up for success. So without having all of this around, you may just get really frustrated. Next is I'm going to show you containers that I use. And one thing I want to stress strongly is glittering is all about you. It's what works for you. I can see Tanya's on. Tanya's a glitter pro. She glitters differently than I do. Then if you've ever seen Nola Craft Culture and Nori Pritchard, she glitters differently than I do. We all find our own way, which is really, really nice. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a container for what they call trash glitter. This is going to be your excess glitter that you don't want to put back in your good glitter. And I'll show you why later. But sometimes your trash glitter looks really pretty and you can use it on a throw. And I've done that in the past. So I just use old tubs I have around. This one happens to be Cool Whip. For your glue, some people like to use these little, I call them Jello shot cups, get them at the dollar store. I tend to like these type of little, I don't know what they're called, like a little pencil box. They're $1 in Michael's, they're $1 in the dollar store. What I like about it is you put your glue in, and if you snap it shut, it will keep it pretty wet unless you keep it out in the garage during August. It'll dry up real quick. The other containers that I like to use are these little, I guess they're food containers. I get these at the dollar store. And if you have a big thing of glitter, I'm not that coordinated where when I start shaking, I just shake a little bit. And I don't want the whole glitter to come out. So I will put it in these containers and write the name and where I got it from. So Gary's purple will be different than Plush Appeal's purple, than one of the purples from Nola Craft Culture. So one thing you don't want to happen is go, oh, I did it with one and can't remember, and put another one on top and it's not the same one. Okay. All right. Another thing that just helps me get organized, I'm a very process-oriented person, an organized person, is I keep a book. This is just a little notebook of some of the ideas I have for my tambourines. Right now I've got 10 of them going. They're in various stages of glittering right now, and I forget very quickly how which one am I working on, what was my thought process around, why did I want the sides red and the top black, etc. And then I write things down as I do them, or ideas, or how I want to do it, what transfer I want, or ideas for embellishment. So that may help you too. It helps me a lot. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to try and keep it to roughly a half an hour, maybe a little over, and leave time for questions. If you have questions, put them in the comments. Les will read them out to me if I can't see them. Because I am going to tilt this down as we work. So if you've gotten tambourines, I'm just going to work with tambourines tonight. This is the ones we've gotten from Kathleen. Before you glitter, you need to figure out where you're going to hold it and where you're going to dry it. So for instance, if you start glittering the sides, you may have difficulty not getting your hands in the glitter. So one good thing I like about these is the thumb hole here works really well to hold. And for the tambourines I've done, maybe Tanya and Jen will chime in at some point, I end up doing them in stages. To try and do them all at once, I've tried it, I get glitter everywhere and have to go back and fix it. It just doesn't work. So we're gonna start with basic glittering. I tend to use straight A-leans I forgot. One thing I forgot is paper towels. So I have my glitter clothes on, and when you don't have paper towels, you can take your brush out and put it right on your pants. You don't want a lot of water. Aleene's is very, very thick. I don't know if you can see this, but it's really, really thick. I find I get more coverage on the first coat with Aleene's, so I'm just gonna do you dip your brush in and you go to it. I'm gonna tilt this down for you. And not hopefully make you sick with the thing bobbing. So it's almost like painting anything. I call the edges is like edging if you've painted your ceilings. And there's the thunder. So hopefully I can talk. Let me know if you can't hear me. So you're gonna just see me. I like to get a good coat on it with not too many ridges. And while I'm talking, I forgot to tell you about what do you do with your glitter once you put it on. You need something to catch it in. So everyone has their own method. Some people use just a piece of paper, so a folded piece of paper. Some people use parchment paper. Some use, these are these little wax paper sheets that you can get at Sam's Club. It's like 2 boxes for $8. That's 1,000 sheets. It'll last you for a lifetime. And some people like to use a tin. Right now, I tend to favor the wax paper because it's already got a crease in it. And then I use the tin for my trash glitter. So it's glued. I'm just gonna make sure I don't have too much glue in one spot. And this is your first coat. It does not have to be perfect because you will go over it again. So I'm just gonna use a purple, this is Gary's. And I just kind of like to go around the edge first. See me okay, hon? And if you can see, I'm gonna tilt it down and show you where the glitter is going. And you kind of just put it all over, cover it up, and you have it. Now what do you do with it? Now you're going to tilt it down very gently, and all the excess glitter that's not stuck to the glue is going to come off. What I tend to do is tap it, and you can see glitter falling off it. And it's okay. You can see that I've got a couple edges I missed. You can see right there. And either you can wait till the next coat, or you can put some glue around it and catch it now. Okay, so I just put a little bit more. And that's how you fix things. Again, don't be afraid to tap it, because all that excess glitter is going to fall off anyway. And there you have your first side. If you want, I'm going to show you on the next one of these, how to do the inside. But really, how much glitter you want on your tambourines is up to you. I tend to glitter everything. You may just want to glitter the front, maybe the front and the inside. These are beautiful tambourines, and they look really nice even if they're not glittered here. So I'm going to push this aside. And here's my wax paper. So I'm going to take this, because there's no other glitter been used at this point, and dump it back into my little container. And I just tap it. And then I have my glitter that's not contaminated. I'm going to show you in a couple of moments what happens when you do have contaminants. So now you can see on my hands, I have glitter. And what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to change glitter color for the next one, I don't want purple glitter in with my silver. That's the color of choice. So I'm just going to take the roller and kind of clean up as much as I can from my hands. Remember, the hotter it gets here and the more humid, the more it's going to stick with your hands. I found out early on, I was like, why am I getting like different colors in my glitter? It's because I wasn't cleaning my hands up. Same thing with your brushes. You can see just a little of the purple there when I touched it up. And you just want to stick it back in the water, swish it around, get that glitter off, dry it off with a paper towel, which I forgot to bring out. Oh, I have some. You get me a paper towel. My assistant's getting me a paper towel.
The roller is so smart.
Huh?
The roller is so smart.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the comment on the roller. I learned from others. Okay, now we have paper towels, and I'm just gonna get all the water off of there. And I'm also gonna look at my glue. My glue looks pretty good. It's not contaminated, so I feel comfortable I can use this on the next one. If I had a lot of purple glitter in there, I would go to a smaller container and change the glue out. Okay, so I've done some prep work. This is a tambourine I've done in silver. It's got the first coat on. So one of the things you always have to remember is one coat's never gonna be enough. Always at least 2 coated. I have not touched it since I glued it. And what you need to do is take a brush. This is a makeup brush from the dollar store. You can use a very kind of coarse paintbrush. Nola Craft Culture has some. I get mine from the dollar store. And you want to brush the glitter off. You can see it coming off. It means it's not stuck to the glue. Okay. So if anybody's ever caught a throw where, you know, you catch a throw, it's been glittered, and you get glitter all over your hands, it probably wasn't glittered as best as it could be. So now you can see it doesn't look so good. It looked great before I started brushing off. And I always tap. Oh, I forgot too. I did the inside of this. So if you're doing the inside, same thing. And it's okay to get rough with this. The more glitter you get off, the better. So now you can see I have the silver on my hands. Wasn't it great to get the purple off, because now I'd have contaminated glitter and it'd be even more of a mess. Okay, so for this one, I'm just showing you, you need to let your glitter dry. I stick to 24 hours. Some will say 8 depending on the glue, some may say 4. I've never had a problem when I just wait an entire 24 hours. What you don't want happening is trying to brush off the glitter too early and the glue hasn't dried and you get a mess. So I'm just going to do the same and show you how I do the inside of a tambourine. For those who ever make cakes or put flour in a pan to kind of put it on the bottom. Oh, okay. There we go. So same thing. We're just gonna glue, 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 glue. And usually on my second coat, I don't use Aleene's. Again, I'll use a 50-50 mixture of Mod Podge and Aleene's. Mod Podge is a little bit more runnier. Aleene's is pretty thick. But the first coat gives you something for the second coat to adhere to as well. And I'm going to put my brush right back in the water while we do this. Okay, I'll explain what the painter's tape is in a second. So I'm going to finish this. This is just glitter. This is from Gary's. And I tend to put a little on the top. And then just like I was doing flour in a cake pan, I hit it around until I can't see any of the white. If you see white, then you have glue showing. So let's tap it out and then I'll explain what the why I have painter's tape on the jingles. So that's what the inside looks like with 2 coats. Again, you're going to put this somewheres and let it dry. Since we're just doing the top and the bottom, you can let it dry by putting it down. I would do the top, but I think we know how to do that. Why do I have the painter's tapes around the jangles? I'm going to show you in just a minute. Personally, I like to just clip them with painter's tape because then they're together, even if I'm just doing the top or the bottom. But I'm going to move on to show you a two-colored tambourine and how I have gotten into this part of the tambourine to glitter. I'll be very honest, this is the most challenging thing I've had to do. I would suggest if you're first starting out, don't even go there. I know some people paint the insides and then glitter, some just glitter, but you just use the painter's tape to hold them together. Okay, all right, so we're done with the silver. Again, one color, back into the container, and I don't want to use this anymore, so I just throw it out. And again, the roller is going to go on my hands because I'm switching to a red glitter, but I've already glittered the sides black. And sometimes you have to change the roller. Okay, this will be easy. And you can also use the roller to roll it all over you. I find when I stand up, that's when I get glitter everywhere. Or use a vacuum cleaner. And I'm also going to clean my space off a little because you may not see it, but there's silver glitter everywhere. Whoever asked the question on the jangles, did that the painter's tape on the jingles, did that answer your question? Okay, huh? Okay. All right. So now if you've decided that you want to do two colors, whether it's top and bottom or top and sides, it gets a little bit more challenging. So if you're going to use multiple colors, the first rule is always do darkest to the most lightest. So this tambourine, I have an idea for it. It's actually going to be an RBG tambourine, and I wanted black on the outside and it's going to be red on the top. What you see on the top is not glitter. I've used some of my trash glitter to put that bottom coat on. So depending on whether it's translucent or opaque, so the one that will not be real thin, like a white, I would never do this, but a darker color usually works. I glitter the whole tambourine actually with the trash glitter. Okay. Some people don't do it at all. That's okay. It's your choice. So I'm going to glitter this top. I want to show you this mainly because this is where you can contaminate your glitter. So I have a new sheet of wax paper, and actually I can already see I have some on there. This is where the roller comes in handy. While I'm gluing, I'm going to fold it up and not let anything fall in there because I've got black, I've got the trash glitter going, and we're just going to do the same. And if you've noticed, I've already taken off the little ribbon that's around it. I know what I want to do to decorate it, and I felt that would get in the way, so it's just easy to cut it and then pull it off. If you're lucky, all the glue comes off with one shot, or you can leave it on. That's really up to you. So right now I'm using a mixture of 50/50 Mod Podge Aleenes. It's a little thinner. And you don't have to be exact. You don't have to get a measuring cup out and pour it in there. But I want to show you what can happen if you're not careful when you're using multiple colors. If you're just using one color, you're good to go. You're not going to have contamination. Okay, so I'm glued. I'm now going to take my red glitter and do the same process. It's really kind of, check your sides out or check the pieces out. I see places where I didn't put enough glue. But everything's fixable. You can always come back and fix bare spots. Okay. Put that in there. And again, I'm just going to kind of put glitter all around. In this case, because I've got already 2 glitters on there, it looks pretty good. I'm going to gently tilt it, not tap it. This glitter, and you can always look, should not be contaminated. I can take the folded piece of wax paper, put it right in, back into my container. Where I come in now is I use this tray to take this. If I tap, I could get black, I could get some of the trash litter, and I'm going to get red in there. And I don't want them all mixed into my red glitter. So you're going to do the same thing again. Sometimes I'll take my, oops, it's stuck. I'll take my, anything, a pair of scissors, and still bang, and get as much out of there as I can. And now I have the top glittered. I am going to glitter the inside, but I won't do it now because I want to make sure that we have time to answer any questions and not go on for an hour and a half. Okay. So what I tend to do with this is, this time my sides were a dark color, so I did those first. I can let this dry by putting it face down on a table, on a piece of paper, etc. However, I'm going to show you one, I won't glitter it, but I'm going to show you one in process. This is, as I get the glitter off me first. Sorry guys, but I'll even take some of this off. Okay, this is prepared. I've already glittered. My darkest color is this hot, they call it holographic pink. And I prepared my tambourine because I'm, by trial and error, I know the pink that I want to put on here is translucent. So if I put it on straight, it's not going to look like pink, it's going to look something else. So when I glitter the sides, where am I going to hang it? So one trick is I don't glitter the bottom first. Let it dry this way and come back and do the bottom. And then I can flip it over and let the top dry. Or I sometimes hang these by the jangles. I have something called a, I think it's called an octopus tree. So let me see if I can tilt this over there. Can you see, huh?
Wait a second.
Can you see it?
Talking to me, Mom.
Okay. So the octopus tree, somebody gave me a hint about it. It's basically, you use it to hang on.
A little bit more.
What? Up or down?
To the right.
All right, my assistant's doing this for me. There we go. So it really is used for laundry, but it works well for hanging things to dry if you're glittering. Got it?
Yeah, sort of.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, here you go.
Okay. All right. And I think that is about all I was going to cover tonight. Key is always clean your brushes between your glitters. If you go from red to silver to something else, clean your hands. Know where, have your idea.
You're at the side.
Oh, I'm at the side. Well, it looks good here. Always know your glitter type. Be prepared. If there's any mistakes, don't fret because everything is fixable. And I think you'll see that over the next several weeks where Tanya and Jen and I go through just basics to some more advanced. And I actually hated, it was one of my purses. I hated the glitter on it. The purse was done. I ended up glittering a finished purse. So it can be fixed. Want to know if there's any questions, any other questions out there? And if you come up with some, you can always reach out to Tanya, Jen, or I. And I think next week we are on for basic transfers that I think Jen is going to do. So don't be afraid. The first one may not turn out right. It only has to work for you, and do as little as you want or as much as you want. Okay. So,
Thanks so much. I feel more
I see
confident doing this.
okay. All right, everybody. I will say good night and happy glittering.
Give it a second. This is where you drop the lid. Okay, sorry about it. This was great.
All right. Bye, y'all. Can't wait to see all your tambourines.
Thanks, Debbie.
Bye-bye.